wreck it.
Nice.
That's how I'm starting this one.
Oh, okay.
It seemed appropriate.
Yeah, sure. Whatever, whatever feels right, man.
That's right. How's it going today, everybody? So today we are talking about the next generation Toy Story, which is Wreck-It Ralph.
Accurate.
This movie takes the typical video game protagonist, flips it on his head, and focuses on the bad guy, who isn't bad guy.
Thank you, Zangief.
Basically, it's like an old school arcade game. Think of something like almost like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the vibe they were going for with that one.
And but when the kids are away from the arcade, they have a whole secret little world they live in, just like Toy Story. But it's not all arcade games. For example, Bowser's there, Dr. Eggman's there, Sonic's there, Street Fighter, which is an arcade game, but
yeah, there's no. Is there an arcade version of Mario?
There's the Mario Kart arcade game.
No, but like classic. Why were some of those characters there?
I don't. I
didn't think about that. Why were they there?
Yeah, because it's Bowser's there, Dr. Eggman's there, Sonic's there. One guy was clearly based on Kano. Maybe
there's an arcade Mario. I mean, there's the Mario that's in Donkey Kong, but that's not Mario.
But then Bowser wouldn't be there. Yeah, Bowser's in here, but not Mario. Make that make sense.
I don't think they had the rights to Mario, just Bowser.
They mentioned Mario.
Yeah, but actually showing him is a totally different thing.
Yeah. Something, though, that is cool about the video game characters that do have in there. So some of them, Ken, Ryu, and most notably Sonic, all have their voice actors from the game doing their voices.
It is cool when they do that.
But the way this movie works, the basic premise is Ralph is just tired of being a bad guy, and he's going through basically an existential crisis, and he wants to be accepted and not live in the dirt anymore, or the bricks.
Don't we all?
So he goes turbo. I'll get back to that later.
Hey, does he? I don't think so. That's not what he meant to come back. It's a totally different thing.
And he leaves his game, goes into another game, which is very clearly based on things like Halo and
Funny enough, I had a hint of Gears in there for me.
Gears of War, they got the big burly dudes like Gears, typical shooter type games.
Just all the space marine shooter things with a dose of Kirby.
Yes, and cheats to get a medal, and then ends up in some what was the racing game called?
Blasphemy, Sugar Rush.
Thank you. It's essentially Mario Kart.
I know you haven't seen this movie as much, so it's fine.
And ends up meeting this little glitch named Vanellope, and they become friends. Typical Disney movie.
Although they do start, things don't start great. I mean, God, the second he shows up in Sugar Rush, Vanellope's just instantly giving him a hard time.
Oh, because she's Sarah Silverman.
Before this movie, I kind of just found Sarah Silverman annoying, but it worked so well for Vanellope and just the dynamic between her and Ralph.
To be fair, Sarah Silverman is annoying.
It's part of her bit, but
I can't think of her without thinking of her character from School of Rock.
Every time, I think that's the problem. Is that's the first place I remember seeing her, so that's just stuck in my head.
That's just when I think of Sarah Silverman, I think of her character from School of Rock, and I'm like, oh, you're a bitch.
You know the worst part though is she was awful in that movie, but also a lot of the things she said were kind of understandable.
Yeah, but she had no tact.
Exactly. So it's like, yeah, you're right. You're right about a lot of the things you're saying, but you're just so terrible that I want to just shut up. Just please shut up.
Exactly.
Anyways, back to Wreck-It Ralph.
As a gamer, a lot of the gaming callbacks and gags and visual stuff, I was like, oh, that's awesome. Seeing Sonic on the big screen was awesome.
Yeah, just the fact that they got the rights to some of the characters just from Street Fighter, Mario, Sonic, Pac-Man, Q*bert, just they got them in there just to have them in there. It's just
something they clearly couldn't get very clearly. Somebody was supposed to be Kano.
Kano, yep, Kano, exactly.
But I guess Warner Brothers didn't want to budge and let them use Mortal Kombat characters.
Yeah, close enough. You knew who it was. And the other one I'm a bit confused. Was that supposed to be a Marlboro King or something? Because that looked very Final Fantasy, except the big eye in the middle.
I don't know. Oh, and that one zombie was very clearly supposed to be House of the Dead. Which, if they got Sonic, that makes sense. They'd be able to get House of the Dead too, since they're both Sega.
But just the AA for villains is is funny.
That was incredible. I'm bad, and that's good.
And the casting on the characters in this movie is great. I mean, John C. Reilly as Ralph is just so fitting. He sounds like Ralph should.
Yeah, you hear Ralph talk, that's the voice you would immediately think he would have. Yeah,
It was so perfect. And then, like I said, even though I wasn't, big fan of Sarah Silverman, she works so well for Vanellope and just the giving everyone crap, but it's like you kind of get why she'd be like that.
Felix was kind of a little shithead.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be, and that's why they got Jack McBrayer, who honestly seems kind of like a pretty chill dude. So it's just, again, fits the character.
The gruff military lady.
Her name's Calhoun, played by Jane Lynch.
Thank you. She is very clearly Jane Lynch animated.
Yep. I am pretty sure the character was made with her in mind.
It had to be, because she almost looks like Jane Lynch.
I feel like I remember either reading or hearing that at some point that they were planning for that to be Jane Lynch all along.
But according to Felix, she is a dynamite gal. According to her late husband, she is a dynamite gal.
Everybody just thinks she's a dynamite gal. But oh yeah, that scene when Calhoun falls for Felix after he gets them out of the nest quicksand.
Bro, the line where they're explaining her, and the guy says she's programmed with the most tragic backstory.
Yeah, they're totally aware of their beginnings.
Yeah, we're programs. It's fine.
I do have logistical questions about like what happens when a cabinet gets moved from one arcade to another. Because
that's a good question. Or like the one like dude that was in Fix It Felix Jr., he was antagonistic toward Ralph for literally no reason.
Yeah. I guess since the characters in the individual games are supposed to see the bad guys as bad guys, they just don't get along. Hence the villain AA.
But it seemed like when Ralph was done with his job, he just left everybody alone.
Yeah.
He would just go sleep in his bricks.
They just didn't like him because he was different. Pretty messed up.
Yeah.
And 30 years of this?
Bro, one of my favorite gags in the whole movie is when Calhoun is punching Felix in the face and he keeps hitting himself in the face with his hammer.
I can fix it.
I think he was getting off on that, bro.
Oh my god. Let's not dig that deep into a kid's movie.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, I could definitely see Disney throwing in that kind of a thing subtly, but
also, the main villain was a little fucking weasel.
Yeah, actually, this King Candy started the trend of Alan Tudyk appearing in every Walt Disney Animation Studios movie after.
Wasn't he a chicken?
Yeah, he played Hey in Moana. But starting with this, if I'm not mistaken, he's in every single Walt Disney Animation Studios movie after this one.
You might be right.
They got him because some lie about like, oh, can you do a Mad Hatter impression? And his agent said yes, which he didn't know if he could. He just said that, and he did well enough. And actually, funny enough, Alan Tudyk did go on to play the Mad Hatter in that 100th anniversary short. So it kind of came full circle with that one.
Actually really funny.
But yeah, King Candy is supposed to be a Mad Hatter-esque voice.
Bro, Cubert being a homeless person.
I know, poor
made me feel so bad.
He just looks so sad and pathetic. Oh, did you see the Aerith Lives graffiti on the train wall or station wall?
No, I missed that one.
It's very fast. I'm pretty sure I didn't see it the first few times. The camera, the camera's panning, and there's just bottom left corner, Aerith Lives graffitied on the wall.
Wow.
Yeah, I love these little references.
That one's actually awesome. It's not true, but it's awesome.
I know. Hey, well, actually, you know what? It might be.
It's not.
No, there's some talk about whether or not that's some like break in reality and not just Cloud being crazy. So we'll see.
I'm pretty sure it's just Cloud being crazy.
It's probably, but we'll see. The fact that she was still there when he wasn't looking makes it. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, huh?
I said, yeah, I suppose.
We'll see. We'll see. Oh, they got the twitchy movements of the Nicelanders and other 8-bit characters, where they're just like they move in unnatural ways. That can't be easy to animate.
Oh, dude, making these characters move like 8-bit, 16-bit characters, the amount of work they did was impressive.
And the music in this movie too, it always just fits the scene perfectly.
Bro, when Ralph is teaching Vanellope how to drive and they play that Rihanna song, I just thought that was really funny.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
Now, did they ever explain why King Candy turned Vanellope into a glitch? Did they ever explain that?
I feel like the glitch part was unplanned, but it just him ripping apart the coding of Sugar Rush just caused that. It was so he could take over, locked up everyone's memories. I think Vanellope's glitch powers were just a side effect of all that tampering.
Yeah, because technically she's supposed to be the main racer of Sugar Rush.
Yep.
Going back to what I said earlier, going turbo, King Candy is turbo, who his game got turned off or replaced by a more popular game, and he was like, I'm gonna take this one over.
Then he got both of them shut down.
Yeah, little shithead. How he escaped is beyond me.
Well, it's the weird... Oh, how he escaped the game collapsing?
No, how he escaped the other game as they were taking it out. Did he just leave before they took the game out, I guess?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just like everybody at the end of this was leaving the game.
Okay.
Now, why Vanellope couldn't escape because her programming was glitched, I don't know about that one, but it did make for a tense moment.
Bro, at the end with the bug things. Oh my god.
Actually, yeah, about the cybugs, who the hell programmed a legit virus into Hero's Duty?
Some asshole.
That's just stupid.
That actually is really stupid. Like, why? Why would you do that?
I mean, it's basically implying like if they didn't have the big bug zapper at the end of every round, that the bugs would just go out of control. Like, who programmed this?
Honestly, somebody wasn't play testing their game. He's lucky that the Diet Cola mountain thing worked as a beacon.
And was also boiling hot for some reason.
Yeah. Otherwise, that would have sucked for everyone. I do like how they call back the early point of the movie where the bugs turn into what they eat. So when it ate Turbo,
it just turned into a big turbo bug.
And I love how Turbo just commits suicide.
I mean, not on purpose.
No, but he did it.
That's true.
Like, he's just gone now.
Cybug brain.
So is King Candy just no longer a selectable racer?
I guess not. I mean, he wasn't supposed to be in the game to begin with.
I love how none of the kids questioned where Vanellope was because she's on the side of the arcade machine.
Well, they can't see it.
The kids
unless they go. Oh, you mean like the kids playing the game? I thought you were saying the kids in Sugar Rush.
No. The kids playing the game. Like, they never questioned where she was, even though she's right there on the arcade cabinet.
Well, that's because kids are dumb. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, Sugar Rush is a ridiculous world, and I love it.
It's very colorful. It's very pretty. I'd probably play that game if I saw it in the arcade.
Yeah, probably. I mean, look at all the games around it. It was clearly higher quality than a lot of those, except Hero's Duty.
Yeah. Like, Street Fighter 2 was still in there, and that was made in the 90s.
Well, Wreck-It Ralph was a 30-year-old game, they said, so that's been there for a while, too. And he didn't want to unplug it.
And then all of a sudden it got upgraded at the end of the movie, and nobody questioned it.
Oh, yeah, I do have questions about that one as well. Like, what? Just after 30 years, there's suddenly a bonus round with characters that should not be in the game.
It was like, what, Qbert was in there? A couple of the other dead characters. Not dead characters, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got it. Homeless. Let's say homeless.
Yeah.
Every time I see the color salmon, I still think of King Candy. See, you're a big fan of pink. It's salmon. Clearly, it's salmon.
One of my favorite scenes in the movie is when Ralph's interrogating the little candy guy. He shoves them in his mouth.
Yep.
Don't put me in your gross mouth again.
uh, yeah, it's funny. No, I like Ralph and Vanellope's journey from just hating each other basically right off the bat to still giving each other a hard time, which even after they become friends they keep doing, as all good friends should.
When he
You dick.
breaks her car because he thought he was protecting her. I was like, ah.
Yeah, that was rough, especially because that's the thing that finally made them connect. Was like, they were going back and forth until they built the car, and they're like, you know what? Maybe you're not so bad. And then, yeah, he has to destroy it. That
but
sucked.
In his brain, he thought he was saving her life.
Yes, which unfortunately wasn't the case.
And then he gets back to Fix-It Felix, and the guy's like, here, you can live here by yourself. Fuck you. I was like, oh, you're still a dick. Like, he got a medal and everything.
Yeah, but hey, he gets his own little town with all the other formerly homeless characters, so that was something.
Yeah,
and Felix did help him. Felix did help him build that.
Yeah, Felix isn't like a bad person or anything.
I know. Like I feel like you have a big grudge against Felix when he's the only one who was actually trying to be nice in that entire game, except for Ralph.
Yeah, I mean, Fix-It. Felix, you could tell, wanted to include Ralph, but it was almost like he felt like he couldn't for everybody else's sake.
Like one of those things, you go to, you go from say middle school to high school. You were friends with somebody in middle school, but they're just not clicking in high school. You're like, I don't want to not be friends with you, but then I also don't want everybody else to hate me. This didn't happen to me, but it's a thing that really happens.
It happens a lot, and it was almost the same thing for Felix. He's like, Ralph's just doing his job. He might not be that bad of a guy, but everybody else thinks he's a bad guy.
So I have to act like I think he's a bad guy, which, again, he didn't treat him poorly. He was just uncomfortable because it's like, but everybody else is like, not okay with you being here.
Yeah, and then Ralph smashed the cake and smashed the floor. And
to be fair, the floor was an accident.
Yes, it was.
And the cake, I mean, the dude was being a dick.
Yeah, he was.
I don't know. There's really no winning that whole situation.
Hate chocolate.
Throwing a big temper tantrum.
He was. I get it, though, man. If you don't like something, you don't like something.
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. They had to get the Konami code in there. That was very important.
That was amazing.
Yep.
I love that.
The longer time goes on, the less people are going to get that one, unfortunately.
Uh-huh. They don't really use that code anymore.
Usually it's like either a reference or sometimes it's a hidden cheat code or...
I was like, they don't really do cheat codes in video games anymore.
Yeah, because it used to always be like a tester thing, and it's not really necessary anymore.
Yeah, now it's just, you want cheat codes? DLC.
Don't remind me.
Oh, that would have been funny if they delved into DLC culture in this game, but they don't.
It hadn't really become a huge thing by 2012.
I mean, there was DLC.
No, I know, but it didn't take over the market the way it has now.
Like,
when did
weren't big yet? I could only think of one that existed at that point.
When did Dead Space 3 come out?
The year after this.
Okay, because that's where I remember people started getting mad about DLC because of the way Dead Space 3 did it. It was like, that's a point of reference for me. Because up until then, people were just like, I don't know, DLC, cosmetic, blah. And then Dead Space 3 set people off. Now that's just the norm. Nobody cares anymore. But Dead Space 3 pissed people off.
I remember the one that really pissed people off, a Star Wars Battlefront. Oh my god.
That one did it too. But yeah, so that's why this one wouldn't have delved into that DLC thing, because it wasn't really a thing yet. Also, this was an arcade.
Even though Sonic's there.
Yeah,
it's not an arcade game.
There's probably some version somewhere where there's a Sonic in an arcade.
Not in America,
somehow.
Where this clearly takes place.
Well, there's a lot of places that aren't America.
I guess it's probably just like Sega was like, yeah, you could use Sonic. So they're like, cool, we're going to use Sonic.
Making it even more simple, it's just not this isn't reality. That's the only way we can really defend it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they said Aerith lives somewhere, and Final Fantasy VII is not an arcade game.
Definitely not. And again, I think that thing was meant to be a Marlboro. So yeah, another Final Fantasy thing.
This was, it was a fun movie. I can't say it wasn't, but it didn't click with me like, say, Lilo and Stitch did the last Disney movie we reviewed.
Oh, I mean, you still have the nostalgia from Lilo and Stitch. You said you haven't watched this one a whole lot.
This is the second time I've watched it.
Yeah, so you wouldn't. It would if you didn't keep watching it. The nostalgia wouldn't linger like that.
Fun. It's fun. The high points are very high. There aren't a whole lot of low points, but it doesn't have that Disney magic that, say, Lion King or Lilo and Stitch have for me on a personal level. But that's just me.
Also, because you watched those 1,000 times, and
I have much closer attachment to those than I do.
Yeah. To be fair, I have watched this movie quite a few times.
No, so yeah, it'll do that for you. As a gamer, yeah, you should watch this. Like what? What? If you're not a gamer, if you're a gamer and you haven't watched this, why?
Yeah, no, I think this
world.
I think this movie was a success. Now the sequel,
have not seen it.
I've only watched it once. I have not gone back to watch. I'll probably watch it. I've been thinking about it. So
it'll probably be on the show at some point.
Maybe. Because actually that'll be interesting because you haven't seen it and I'll only be seeing it for the second time. So there's no misbalance there.
Yeah, there we go.
But just random throwing it out there, you do need to watch K-pop Demon Hunters.
You're telling me to watch it. People are telling me to watch it. My stepdaughter is telling me to watch it. And just...
I'm just like, I didn't expect much from it because I'm like, it just doesn't look like my vibe. You know, it had the Sony animation that felt more like, what's it called? Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah. No, my girlfriend was telling me it's not your kind of movie, Frankie.
I mean, it might not be, but I don't know. It'd be hard to imagine that there's not something in there for everybody because I didn't expect it to be nearly as good as it was.
Yeah, well, I'm also harder to please.
That's true. You are a picky little bitch.
I am. However, this next movie...
Oh, crap.
...will unite us against
Are you okay against it? Yeah, you told me I wasn't going to be happy about your pick. So
I'm going to blame the Discord server for making me pick this. Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Because it means we're that much closer to Dark of the Moon. So I'll accept it.
Let's just get it over with, bro.
Okay, but before that, we got to close out with the bad guy affirmation.
You could do that because I don't remember it.
Well, screw you then. I'm not doing it by myself.
Let me get the Google search on.
Oh my god.
Should get this word for word. All right, I'll do it.
Okay, are you ready? It's going to be out of sync because we have a delay.
All right, let's do this. I'm bad, and that's good. I will never be good, and that's not bad.
There's no one I'd rather be than me.
That was terrible.
The most ridiculous.
Terrible. There was no way that was going to be in sync.
It wasn't. But guess what? I can fix it.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this week's podcast. We do appreciate it. Stick around for testicle robot jokes next week. Ugh. Goodbye, everybody.